woke is an interesting term in modern day society. You only have to spend a few moments scrolling through social media to see how it's used as an insult towards a people who shine a spotlight on how our social structures and attitudes marginalise those who can be most vulnerable amongst us. An umbrella term used by those who want to see society stay the same against those who wish to change and challenge the status quo of injustice. It actually has its roots in a more positive concept of staying awake to the needs of others. Young people are passionate about social justice issues and the environment. And it saddens me to see how a young person's political agenda can be silenced with that label woke. It can be so easy to leave activism on the fringe of church life. As Victoria Turner put it in the book Young, Woke and Christian, as an added extra, something young people might grow out of, something the church can perhaps do on a Wednesday afternoon, rather than realising this wokeness they're dismissing needs to be integrated into the whole church. We cannot separate our faith from our politics. Where world or local political agendas rub up against the gospel call to care for those who are most vulnerable amongst us, then it's a response to our faith that we speak out and challenge the unjust structures of society. We see it time and time again in the actions of the prophets of the Old Testament and in the life of Jesus. In the Bible, we discover that God has a particular fondness towards the orphans and the widows, because they are the most vulnerable in the society of biblical times. They had no voice of their own and were likely to have no reliable source of income to cover their basic needs. It reminds you of so many in today's world, doesn't it? Henry Nouwen once said, "Knowing the heart of Jesus and loving him are the same thing. When we live in the world with that knowledge, we cannot do other than bring healing, reconciliation, new life and hope wherever we go." Being a people of faith is to be a people who live out the calling to love our neighbour. Something you see in action across our diocese. The food banks, the family holiday activity clubs, the pastoral support and lunch clubs for the elderly, the craft groups that knit hats for premature babies. But I wonder what the current need is in your community and in the society that you engage with. I wonder if you've reflected as a church as to how you can make a difference to that need. We sometimes think that these sort of social action projects are complex and beyond our ability. But with a small amount of support, I know that you can make a significant difference to many people's lives. But let's go a little bit deeper. The call for us to serve those in need and to offer direct help is just one aspect of this branch of our vision. It is also a call for us to challenge the unjust structures of our society, to use our voice to lift up the vulnerable, and to use our platform to shine a spotlight on issues that impact those around us, to move away from a theoretical utopia to call for real change. And I wonder how we might do that as a diocese, and how we might be woke together